The Atayar and the Sedic languages were approved and had their own pages on Wikipedia on 16 March 2021. Taiwanese indigenous peoples are classified into 16 ethnic groups. 2 of them are Atayar and the Sedic. Taiwan Indigenous Languages Wikipedia program has been entrusted to the Center for Aboriginal Studies, here we abbreviated ALCD, National Zhengzhi University, by the Ministry of Education since December 2014. Conveners from 16 ethnic groups have been invited to join the workshops organized by ALCD since 2015. The Sakisaya language became the first to approve the Taiwan Indigenous Language, having its own page on Wikipedia on 22 November 2019. The population of the Sakisaya is around 1,000 only. In this video, we're going to talk about how the Atayar and the Sedic language were initiated on Wikimedia, incubated, and had their own pages on Wikipedia eventually. First of all, here are conveners of the editing team. Heidai Bayan, the convener of the Atayar language, edited the page with student. Lidu Temu, the convener of the Sedic language, edited page with the elders. They started the program in 2015. The Atayar language was listed as active successfully on Wikimedia Incubator in July 2016, while the Sedic wasn't. In absence of the indigenous interface, the Atayar language was removed from the active list on Wikimedia Incubator in June 2017. The team at LCD well then informed each interface should be translated in an indigenous language. 800 of around 8,000 words in the interface should be translated into an indigenous language in priority. What possible and logical methods could be applied to the translation of words in an indigenous language? The first is to have a complete English list of words. Secondly, to observe and learn how those English words are translated into other languages such as Chinese and Japanese. Step 1. Divide a sentence to a single word. Step 2. Translate a single word. Step 3. Produce a sentence with those words in the appropriate grammar. The team at LCD held several meetings to discuss the translation of words in an indigenous language. Through efforts working on the interface, the Atayar language was successfully listed as active again after a month, which was in July 2017. The Atayar editing team became disorganized due to the sickness of the convener in 2018. Hence, the Atayar language was removed again from the active list that year. But the editing of the Atayar page was almost done. We shouldn't give up. Thus, the team at LCD came up with several plans to keep running the program. First, they called for Atayar people to join the program, continuing the editing of the page from 2020. Second, the Atayar language program on Wikimedia was displaced in an event held at the Huashan 1914 Creative Park, located next to the Taipei Main Station. Third, writing models were created for the editing team as their reference. For example, words in red could be changed with information from other indigenous communities depending on different needs. For there is no way to finalize a page by the person because of numerous words from indigenous communities. That's why the team at LCD came to help edit articles. Last, most elders are not equipped with computer skills. Hence, the team at LCD assisted them to upload translated words on Wikimedia. But why was the Sedic language kept out of the active list? Is it for the amount of words? Or is it because of the content? Well, no one knows how a language is determined to be included in the active list on Wikimedia Incubator. Although the CITIC editing team had not been into the active list successfully, they have been working hard to translate words and update relevant information. So we believe we will be listed as active successfully on Wikimedia and approved on Wikipedia in one day. Members from the Christian Dashi Home Church joined the entire editing team in 2020. In December 2020, both Ataria and the Sedic languages were successfully listed as active on Wikimedia. Afterwards, two languages were approved and had their own pages on Wikipedia on 16th March 2021. Thanks for everyone's strong support.